Okay, so as we see right here, we got oil all over the top.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. So previously, we went out stock mowing, and as you see, we got some snow. Yeah, not as much as I think they said it was going to be, but enough that we're not going to mow any corn stalks today, tomorrow. Probably not the next day. What we have to do today, we got quite a few things to do. First off, silo unloader. We're gonna go get that capacitor. Hopefully we can get that capacitor, which is right here. I'll blow it apart. And then we got stuff to get for the Mack. We got to service the Mack. And the Mack's got to get ready to go manure hauling. So it's going back to work, which it should have been all this time. It should have been running so that we can keep things rolling. But as somebody pointed out, I got a bunch of trucks. I'm one band. That might change at some point here. But somebody sent me diesel fuel supplement and octane booster power service. I don't know who sent it. It's labeled Chris and Yanko. We actually got a bottle of it, but I appreciate somebody sent us a whole, what are they, 664 ounces or whatever. So, push down for 1 second. I'll find out. Yeah. So, endorsed by Cummins, treats 250 gallons. So, yeah, I just filled the whole fuel tank full of it. Well, our tank here full of it, the off-road tank. So, we'll put it in the on-road. We'll have them in trucks and stuff like that. But I appreciate you guys watching along. Let's get into today. So, it's going to be a good day. It's just going to get cold. So, we did end up closing this big door up to see if we can keep a little more heat in here. I don't know. Be cool if the pigs water. Hey boys. I can't reach it. Is there water in there? I don't think there is. No, the hose is frozen. Okay. Well, we'll get them water and everything else like that. It's supposed to get down to 0. I'm here. You guys here? Gotta put water in there. That started freezing. What's up, Norman? What? Piece of glass just fell out. Wasn't much holding that in still. Okay, we'll go get that. So previously we started unloading out of the silo. Cut length is a little long. We chopped it drier, but that stuff should be pretty good. I'm gonna send a sample out just so we know. But yeah. So I gotta clean up in the back here a little bit. They got all their hay bedded down. But otherwise, I gotta get that glass section out first. The littles. Biscuit, how's it going? I can't believe that freaking piece of glass just fell out. Oh my god. Pickup's warming up. We gotta get Mack warmed up, moved around. But probably have to go get stuff before places close today. Staying in corn still. I am very blessed and glad that I am done before the snow came in and even more freezing cold. We are headed to Meridian's. We got a valve to shut that pump off from them previously. The end fittings weren't the right ones. So we're just gonna go get some fittings. I just ordered some filters for the truck. We gotta get that capacitor. There's a few other things I gotta run around and do, but otherwise we will wrap up our list of tasks for this Saturday, and then we'll focus on getting everything ready that we can. If the silo unloader will run today, I would be very happy. Get that thing so I don't have to climb back up there again for a while and let it run off the start button. Well, every morning starts off with chores, and so does my day. I don't always have the healthiest diets, as everybody's pointed out, especially during the busy seasons of farming, which makes it hard for my body to get the key nutrients it needs. That's why I drink AG1. AG1 replenishes the commonly underconsumed micronutrients your body needs. In this 12 ounces, there's 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. What's AG1 do for me? Supports my daily energy level without snacking in between. Another key thing it does for me is supports my immune system. Go to drinkag1.com/farmingwithduffy or scan the QR code to subscribe and get $20 off your first subscription of AG1. Thank you, AG1, for sponsoring today's video. That is quite a building for Amazon. So we are almost to Meridians. I've been calling all sorts of people trying to find a capacitor. The fact that on Saturdays used to be a day of like work for, I think, the whole country. And now absolutely any place for any blue collared person is really closed. It's kind of sad. So I was talking to the hazards on the electrical side, and they're like, honestly, find it online. It's gonna get there quicker than anywhere else. And it's sad because it is small business and you tried to support things. So I've called a bunch of local people, and no luck. Even finding it online might be challenging. So I did think about it. Back in my dairy world, we use a lot of capacitors on cooling units, and I got a lot of parts from cooling and plumbing places. So I was calling electrical supply places, which they don't carry capacitors. So I called FW Webb, I think FW Webb, and he said that looks like a Granger number, but Granger's not open till Monday anyways, which isn't the end of the world. Like, we don't have to feed corn silage out, but I'd like to. When I start something, I want to finish it, actually, to some degree. So then I said, well, you can't cross it to anything. He's like, I have a general start run capacitor here that might work. And I was like, for how much? He said $34. He said it lines up with those numbers. He said it might not be the same exact thing, but I said, well, I don't need the same exact thing. So I said, leave it outside if you can. And looking at Keller going by here. Ooh, for sale, flatbed, $6,500, I think that said. Some point. Step deck would be nice at some point. So they're gonna leave it out for me. And I said, for $34, I said, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Well, hopefully it works. So almost to Meridians. Hopefully this goes quick. Just need some fittings, some connection pieces, and then we will be going there, and then a few other places, and then good. Not even close. The capacitor, what I got was a relay. That ain't gonna work. Okay. We're back from parts run. Didn't get everything we needed. Got some stuff. So we're gonna get the Mack going and get in the shop. One started, one not started. They both need batteries. At least I think one side of this and this needs both new batteries. It's been 5 or 6 years since I put batteries in it, and they don't last nearly what they should. Got some grain, got some oil to do an oil change. We'll get everything organized. The dogs are, because they can't just wander through the open door any longer. I need to wash this down. Oh, check some things over, do some things. Woo! Will it start though? Come on. Now it's going. It's cold. So a year ago today, we were actually working on this truck, and I'm hoping this winter it just does its thing. That's what I'm hoping. But yes, we got white tape. I actually asked them, I said, you got any of the hydraulic pipe tape? And they said, oh, we just use the white tape. So I trust the experts way more than I trust a lot of people. But we're getting rid of one fitting, well, extra connections, which will be good. And then we're putting the shut-off valve on it. So let me get these on. Okay, now it is done up. So it's open now. We can shut this valve. This is a return valve off the pump, but we were pumping manure fine. It wouldn't run the dump trailers, so I want to make sure we're going to be okay. It didn't really cost that much. They hooked us up. And we also got rid of all the extra fittings in between. My hands are freezing. I wanted to do this in the shop, and then I was like, wait, I gotta dump the dump trailer or something. Okay, so I'm wondering if I turn this valve, if this goes faster. Yep. So there's an option of a return back up through that makes that go down faster, but we pump manure with that open, so I didn't want to go back to pumping manure and have that an issue. But I dumped out the rest of whatever grain was in the very back corners, clean that up. We gotta wash everything down before next day it gets warm, if it ever gets warm again. So the pigs are eating that corn. Same with that trailer, had some in the corners too. So before we take it off the white truck, we'll do the same thing. That we just get some of it out of the corners, feed it to the pigs, and the pigs are leaving in less than 2 weeks. No, I think it's 2 weeks. I don't know. I think I said 2 weeks before. I think that lock just needs to be tapped up. We're just gonna leave the trailer here, drop it, because I was trying to park it in between, and couldn't swing it, couldn't pull forward. I'm hoping I didn't do much damage here. As you see, our tires came here. We hooked onto this. That's all the damage we did. Thank God. I was up on the hill, I was down here, I couldn't make the corner, couldn't pull up there, I was a little stuck there. I was spinning my wheels, and it's too cold to mess around any longer, so drop it back here. At some point it's got to go back to Brad's. Unless, Brad, you want to sell me it. I think it would look, I think it would fit this truck forever very nicely. Just saying, Brad. Blocked it up just right. Got the 7520 started. Probably push the driveway, get this pulled in. It's gonna be cold. Get this in the shop, that way it can warm up, and probably work on it tomorrow. It is getting to the point where my body hurts a lot. Hey, Mack is in the shop with the heat on. Get the snow all off, get it warmed up. 7520, I know it's windy, I know, really windy. There's a trail of hydraulic oil right here, and I've been wondering what it is. And I finally figured it out. This line is dripping from somewhere up here. I could see it before. Okay, so we'll get lines for that. For that land all up. So it's airing out the land all. I'm just gonna plow this snow out of the road, even though it's gonna fall all around anyways. Okay, I should have backed that up more, because tomorrow we're gonna have to slide in and pick this up. We also don't have that. We don't have the 27 here to move the forks, but we can move, we'll just drag them out of the way. Yeah, it's not gonna be that much fun tomorrow. It's gonna be even colder. So, alrighty. Well, our winter project of having this building insulated has not happened, since we do have hay over there and everything else like that, and the cost of insulating, well, spray foam and stuff like that. But we got the Mack in here. It is 56 degrees right now. That's running, and that's been running all day. All the snow is off the Mack, which is really good. Things we got to do on here: oil change. Valve cover gaskets have leaked significantly, and we got to do and I think they leaked because we took them off and on, which we got a whole new set right here. We've had a whole new set: gaskets, crossover pieces, the tops, and Mack RTV. So we got that to do, and we have the water pump, or thermostat. So the thermostat's always given us issues as far as, well, lately, as far as getting it hot and then all of a sudden opening up and releasing the pressure, which causes some overflow and makes for a headache. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is tear into it. So get this pipe off, crossover pipes, get the valve covers off, do those up, water pump, or thermostat. So got new oil, got filters on the shelf, we got more filters coming, we got an air filter for this. Pretty much run through it, because honestly we are supposed to be going back to moving some manure. We got we gotta keep the wheels rolling. That's all part of it. And this truck has done very good in 2024, and hopefully in 2025 she just runs and does her thing again. So let's get into it. Okay, so as we see right here, we got oil all over the top, mostly coming out of spots. We got to take the twin tip off, because so we got to loosen those too. I got to look inside here too, because you can't get your valve cover off without it. I'm going to do all the gaskets, that way it's said and done. I might be able to get away with just doing the top 3, but might as well do all. I might be missing one on that too. So that's the crossover breather that leaves, but that will clean up. That's our oil leak, and it's been our oil leak for a while, and we just put a little bit of oil in at a time. So So we got to change this hose because it leaks a little bit there. I do see that it's rubbing on the twin tip on this fuel line, so we got to make sure we get that bent back to where it's supposed to be, so it doesn't rub just that little bit. Otherwise we'd be doing fuel line for this. So not bad to see after, well, not a great thing to see, but we did put this truck together and we've been running it, and we've had issues here and there, but overall it's done its thing. So yeah, we do have gaskets on there, but they might leak a little bit. Okay, my workbench is got stuff on it. So we are doing an oil change on this. It's due. So we'll get this all swapped out, just in case something drops down in or whatnot. Come on. throw some gloves on. That would probably be smart thinking. So, I didn't bring the bolts up. We got the little washers. Well, nylon washers, or they're not nylon, whatever they are, gasket washers. So there's the bolt, 3 in each. Got the valve cover cleaned up some. Got gasket maker. I guess being cold, it does weird stuff. Don't we all, though? Okay, I'm gonna cover this up. I want to make sure my injection pump is exactly where it is. I got a gentleman that's very smart with these to give me some recommendations. Granted, it is Christmas Eve, so I'm not gonna ask him right now, and I'm not gonna ask him tomorrow, so we'll do some digging, but we're gonna leave that off. It's ready to go back together. I'm just gonna put some rags over it, and we will call it good. So I appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing. I'm gonna go in Christmas Eve. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. You've seen this by now, and we should be good to go. So see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.